Hello students, this is Varsha here. Today we are going to learn second lesson in English. The name of the lesson is The Elixir of Life. This story is written by C.V. Raman. Now we'll know a little bit about the author. Sir C.V. Raman's lifespan was 1888 to 1970. He had keen interest in science even from his boyhood days. For his famous discovery called the Raman effect, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. King George knighted him for his contributions to physics. The government of India awarded him the Bharat Ratna and the Soviet Union honored him with the International Lenin Prize in 1957. He is proud of our nation. Through the elixir of life, what the author is trying to explain is. Okay, first of all, we need to know what is elixir. Here, elixir means a liquid substance with a magical power by which there is no end of life. So, water is elixir for us. Here, C.V. Raman is discussing about how water is magic for us. In this lesson, we are going to see many aspects of water like the importance of water, the beauty of water, what are the problems we face, and how we need to conserve water for upcoming generation in the future. If the water is wasted, the Third World War would be for the sake of water only. Man has, through the ages, sought in vain for an imaginary elixir of life, the divine Amrita, to confer immortality. But the true elixir of life lies near to our hands, for it is the commonest of all liquids, plain water. Here, the author is comparing two things. One is the imaginary elixir and the other one is real elixir. In epics or in many stories, we have seen about elixir of life. Since the humans had got birth on the earth and got the knowledge of the elixir, since from that time the man is behind the invention of the elixir because people wants to have prolonged life, that is endless life. As how we have seen in the epics like Mahabharata or in any other stories, how the elixir is imaginary. It's a divine Amrita. If we drink that, we won't have death and we'll be young forever, as it was in the epics. But C.V. Raman is telling us that we have real elixir very near in our hands only. Actually, water is the real elixir of our life. I remembered one day standing on the line which separates the Libyan desert from the valley of the Nile in Egypt. On one side was visible a sea of blowing sand without a speck of green or a single living thing anywhere visible, on the while on the other side lay one of the greenest, most fertile and densely populated area to be found anywhere on earth, teeming with life and vegetation. What made this wonderful difference? Why it is the water of the river Nile flowing down to the Mediterranean from its source a couple of thousands of miles away. Here in this para, we are getting an idea of Nile River and how it separates the Lebanon desert and Egypt. The author is telling us that one day, when he was standing on the line which separates the Lebanon desert and Egypt, he is saying that the line of separation is seen clearly. On one side, it's complete desert, except sand, nothing is seen. There was no life, no greenery, no plants at all. On the other side, it's full of life, greenery, full of vegetation, and densely populated. They're full of beauty. The author is telling that what made this wonderful difference and why. Because on one side there is no life except the huge ocean of sand, but on the other side we can see complete life, full greenery, vegetation of plants, densely populated areas. It's very fertile land. What was the difference here? The river Nile made the wonderful difference, because the river Nile is flowing down to the Mediterranean from its source a couple of thousands of miles away. I give this example and could give many other to emphasize that this common substance which we take for granted in our everyday life is the most potent and the most wonderful thing on the face of our earth. It has played a role of vast significance in shaping the course of the earth's history and continues to play the leading role in the drama of life on the surface of our planet. Here, author is telling that there are many examples to tell about the water. But why the author has chosen this particular example to explain us? What is the importance of water? By this, the author has given the best example that one common substance that is most potent and most wonderful on the earth is water. This is not only one example, there are so many examples. Water made this beautiful earth. If we go through the history of earth, there is no chapter without water, because it is playing a vast significance of role in shaping the course of Earth's history. And still, it's playing the leading role of the life on the Earth of our planet.